focus, I will start to focus on an important topic, that is meiosis 1 or the prophase 1 of meiosis, and then mitosis 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. First of all, I would like to say that meiosis comprises of meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 cell divisions. In between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 cell division, there is the presence of interphase. Meiosis 1 has got prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. Under prophase 1, you can see leptotin, zygotin, pachytin, diplotin, diakinesis. Now, as we all know, in leptotin, paternal chromosome, that is the chromosomes that we are getting from father, and maternal chromosome, that is the chromosome we are getting from mother, when they come together, they will form a pair. Similar shape, size, configured chromosome will form pair, and those pairs are called homologous chromosome or bivalent chromosomes. Now, these homologous or bivalent chromosomes form strong pairing, and the strength of their pairing is due to the formation of a proteinaceous substance called synaptonemal complex. Now, after this pairing, the next step is, after zygotin comes pachytin, and in this pachytin stage, one chromosome, as we know, is made up of two chromatid, and two chromatid of two homologous chromosome will be four chromatid. Then we can say a tetrad is formed. Now, chromatids of the same chromosome are called sister chromatids, and the chromatids of different chromosomes are called non-sister chromatids. Diagrammatically, we can say the blue two chromatids are sister chromatids, the violet two chromatids are sister chromatids, but one blue, one violet chromatids are non-sister chromatids. Now, in pachytin stage, the non-sister chromatids will exchange the segments between them, and as a result, the point of their exchange is X-shaped, and that is called chiasma. In diplotin, the exchange will continue, and in diakinesis, the exchange has completed and the chiasma moves at the end, that is called terminalization. Then comes metaphase. So, after prolonged period of prophase, then comes metaphase, and here metaphase, as you see by law, they are arranged at the equatorial plane, and at the equatorial plane they are arranged, and when anaphase occurs, here is the main thing, anaphase 1, metaphase 1, they are arranged at the equatorial plane, but in anaphase 1, out of 4 chromosomes, 2 will migrate to the north pole and 2 will migrate to the south pole. Thus, reduction of the chromosomes take place. That's why meiosis is called reductional division. The chromosomes, half of the chromosome will migrate to the upper side and half of the chromosome will migrate to the lower side, anaphase. And then the telophase, 2 daughter cells are produced, each having half the chromosome number. Then if we see the next phase, that is meiosis 2, which also comprises of prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. Prophase 2, again condensation of chromosomes take place. Metaphase, they will arrange themselves at the equatorial plane. Anaphase, the chromatids will now shift. Not the chromosome, but the chromatids along with the centromere will shift. Here I have to draw the spindle fiber also to make you understand. Okay, so this will, the chromatids with the centromere will shift to the opposite pole, and again a new set of chromatid will be formed when they move to the opposite poles, and then telophase, 2 to 4 cells will be produced by that. So here we can say that when meiosis 2 is completed, 4 daughter cells are produced, and 4 daughter cells have half the chromosome number, but the chromosome number is halved only during meiosis 1, but meiosis 2 is equational division.